Hello, my name is Cyril Agley. I'm an entrepreneur and an importer. I work with my kit shop and I am currently speaking to you from the United States of Kaswa. I started seeing updates from Meka on a client's WhatsApp status and I searched and got their official WhatsApp platform and YouTube channel. I so much admire those who read large volumes of books, but Charlie, I couldn't keep up. I tried, but maybe you can call me a lazy reader. I usually enjoy kinesthetic forms of learning. Now back to Meka. I love the way they structure their news. Within a short time, you get to understand what is going on around the world. I actually apply this knowledge when I am making decisions in my business, like importing goods. Meka believes that consistent reading with purpose transforms one's mindset, career, and life. Subscribe to the Meka Reading Podcast on YouTube for book summaries, engaging discussions, and practical lessons made for the busy Ghanaians like you who want to grow.
Welcome to the Meka Reading Podcast. Here, we turn books into tools for your personal and financial growth. I am Quame Owusu, your host for this episode. And today, we are diving into a book that hits home for many of us. What's Keeping You Broke? By the Simple Sam. This episode breaks down the 15 everyday habits that keep your wallet empty, even if you are earning a decent income. We will unpack each chapter and share relatable Ghanaian stories to bring it to life. So, get ready and let's begin. Chapter 1. The Trap of Keeping Up. Chapter 1 is all about lifestyle inflation. Spending more just because you are earning more. Ever felt pressure to keep up with friends, social media, or even your past self? This chapter explains how FOMO, that's fear of missing out, envy, or the need to reward yourself can trap you in a spending cycle. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how you manage it. Let's give you an example. Meet Kojo, a young professional in Accra. He just got a raise and traded trotro rides for Ubers, watching lunch for pricey restaurants, and upgraded his phone even though his old one worked fine. By the end of the month, Kojo is broke again. No savings, no progress. He is living the high life, but he is a victim of lifestyle inflation. Here's the main lesson. Earning more doesn't mean spending more. It means you have more power to save and build. Chapter 2. Your Splurge Squad. Chapter 2 dives into how your friends can influence your wallet without even realizing it. Expensive hangouts, group trips, or silent competition can drain your cash fast. This chapter shows how your friends' spending creates a ripple effect on your own. Amma lives in Adenta and has a group of friends in East Legon who love weekend brunch at fancy restaurants, trips to Adan, and spa days. Even though Amma's budget is tight, she says yes to everything so she doesn't kill the vibe. At the end of the month, she is deep in overdraft and relying on quick loan to cover essentials. Amma's friends aren't bad people, but their lifestyle is pushing her into debt. If she doesn't set boundaries, she will stay broke even with a decent income. So here is the main lesson. Friends can build your future or break your bank. Choose wisely and speak up. Chapter 3. The Cost of Silence. Chapter 3 is a wake-up call. Staying silent about money, that's your salary, debt, or goals, can keep you broke. Fear of judgment or conflict stops us from talking. But this chapter shows how silence leads to financial stress and misunderstandings. Quame and Adwa, a young couple living in Suntreso, are planning a wedding. Quame is quietly stressed. He is in debt from supporting his siblings through school, but he doesn't say anything. Adwa assumes he is fine and suggests an expensive honeymoon abroad. Afraid of spoiling the mood, he agrees. A month after the wedding, they are both in serious debt and frustration. If they had talked openly, they could have adjusted their plans, avoided the pressure, and started marriage on a solid ground. So the takeaway is, silence is expensive. Open, honest money conversations save relationships and your wallet. Chapter 4. Staying still. Chapter 4 is about how staying still financially, mentally, or professionally keeps you broke. Fear of change, sticking to safe jobs, or not learning new skills traps you into same money problems. Growth requires movement. For example, Essie works as a secretary in a government office in Cape Coast. She's been in the same role for 8 years. She complains about her low salary, but doesn't want to switch jobs because at least it's stable. She has no side hustle, no savings, and hasn't upgraded her skills in years. Meanwhile, her classmates have moved on to better paying opportunities. Essie isn't broke because of bad luck. She is broke because she stayed still. Here's the main lesson. Growth requires motion. Staying still out of fear will keep you financially stuck. Chapter 5. The Perfectionism Trap. Chapter 5 tackles perfectionism, waiting for the perfect time or amount to save, invest, or budget. Perfectionism keeps you broke. Progress, not perfection, builds wealth. For example, Yao is a young graduate in Takrady who wants to start investing, but he keeps saying, "I will start when I earn at least 5,000 cedis a month." He doesn't begin saving either, because what's 50 cedis going to do? 5 years later, he still hasn't started. His friend, who began saving small every month, already has an emergency fund and some treasury bills. Yao's desire for perfection has left him with nothing. So here is the main lesson. Waiting for perfect is a luxury you can't afford. Start small, stay consistent. Chapter 6. Leaking money. Chapter 6 is about wasting your earnings on impulse buys and unconscious spending. Those daily food deliveries, unused subscriptions, and random online purchases add up fast. Intentional spending is the way out. For example, Selom works in Sugakope and earns a decent monthly salary. But by the second week of every month, he is broke. Why? Well, every day he buys breakfast and lunch from a food joint, which is about 60 cedis a day. He subscribes to multiple streaming platforms he barely uses and makes impulsive purchases on Instagram. He doesn't track his spending, so he always wonders, where did my money go? Selom is not underpaid. He is just leaking money without noticing. It's not always about how much you earn. It's how well you manage what you have. Chapter 7. No money boundaries. Chapter 7 is about setting money boundaries. Constantly lending, giving too much, or being guilt-tripped into spending can drain your finances. Saying no isn't selfish, it's survival. Sadia is a young nurse at Sandima. Every month, her family calls on her for help. School fees, emergency bills, small urgent support. She never says no, even when it means sacrificing her own rent or savings. She feels guilty setting boundaries, so she always gives even when it puts her in debt. Sadia is drowning not because she is unkind, but because she is financially unprotected. You are not an ATM. Protecting your finances is part of self-respect. Chapter 8. Hoarding cash. Chapter 8 challenges the idea that hoarding cash is always wise. Saving is great, but letting money sit idle loses value to inflation. Smart saving and basic investing are key to growing your wealth. For example, Kobe is a teacher in Techiman who prides himself on saving. He keeps 10,000 cedis in a regular bank account that earns almost no interest. He refuses to try treasury bills, fixed deposits, or any low-risk investments because it's risky. After 3 years, his 10,000 cedis has less buying power due to inflation. Kobe didn't lose money, but he didn't grow it either. The key takeaway here is saving is smart, but growing your money is smarter. Chapter 9. Ignoring debt. Chapter 9 is clear. Ignoring debt doesn't make it go away. It makes it worse. Mounting interest, late fees, and anxiety keep you broke. Facing debt head-on is the only way out. Take for example, Na, a seamstress in Medina, owes 3,000 cedis to a mobile money loan and 2,500 cedis to a friend. Instead of making a plan, she avoids calls, deletes the loan app, and tells herself she will sort it next month. 6 months later, her Momo loan has grown to 4,200 cedis due to interest and late fees. She now lives in fear of picking up her own phone, all because she kept ignoring the problem. Debt doesn't disappear when you ignore it, it multiplies. Chapter 10. Not understanding credit. Chapter 10 uncovers how not understanding credit, especially how credit scores and interest rates work, can quietly keep you broke. Many people misuse credit cards, take loans they don't fully understand, or fall into debt traps with hidden fees and rising interest. The chapter explains how credit works, why your credit reputation matters, and how to use credit as a tool, not a trap. It also introduces cash-only budgeting as a safer alternative for those who tend to overspend. Now let's bring this home. Dennis, a national service person, discovered Quick Loan and started borrowing small amounts for airtime, outings, and a new phone. It was fast and easy, so he kept borrowing every month. But soon, interest piled up, and most of his salary went into repayment. His loan limit dropped, and one missed payment got him blocked from borrowing again. Now, Dennis is stuck, learning the hard way that quick loans can quietly trap you. Credit is not free money. It's a tool you must use wisely. Chapter 11. Fear of investing. Chapter 11 tackles the fear of investing, thinking it's too risky, complicated, or only for the rich. Avoiding it means missing out on growing your own money and beating inflation. Abena, a teacher in Kuforidia, keeps all her savings in a current account. Her friend Kweku tells her about treasury bills and mutual funds. But she says, I don't want to lose my money. Meanwhile, the cost of living keeps rising and her savings aren't growing. Kweku, who started small with T-bills and a money market fund, now earns passive income every month. Abena's fear is costing her more than risk ever would. If you fear investing, you are choosing guaranteed loss through inflation. Chapter 12. Money misunderstandings. Chapter 12 gets deep. Your beliefs about money, like money is evil or I'm bad with money, can sabotage your progress. Reframing your money mindset is key to breaking free. For example, Kojo grew up in a household where money was always a problem. Anytime someone got small money, it caused fights. Now, as an adult in Accra, Kojo believes rich people are greedy, and he feels guilty saving money when others around him are struggling. Because of these deep beliefs, he avoids learning about investing, gives away too much and stays broke, thinking that's more noble. Kojo's misunderstanding of money is keeping him stuck. Your mindset about money shapes your financial reality. Upgrade it. Chapter 13. Unhealthy money habits. Chapter 13 is about those sneaky habits that drain your money, like emotional spending, ignoring budgets, or procrastinating on planning. Bad habits, not low income, keep you broke. Linda is a young worker in La Paz. After every stressful day, she rewards herself with online shopping, even when it is not in her budget. She never tracks her expenses, buys on impulse, and tells herself, I will start budgeting next month. By the time the month ends, she is broke again and feels guilty, repeating the cycle. Linda is not bad with money. She just has unexamined habits that keep her broke. So the takeaway here, it's your habits, not your hustle, that shape your financial future. Chapter 14. No financial roadmap. Chapter 14 is about direction or the lack of it. Without clear financial goals, you are just going with the flow, which leads to stress and poor decisions. A financial roadmap is your GPS to wealth. Kwabena works in a bank in Tufupraso. He earns well, pays his bills, and even saves a little. But he has no goals, no clear plan for retirement, investment, or home ownership. He spends freely and tells himself, I'll figure it out later. One day, an emergency hits, and he realizes he has no solid savings, no insurance, and no clue what to do next. Kwabena has money, but no direction, so he's stuck in survival mode. Without a financial plan, your money won't know where to go, and you will stay stuck. Chapter 15. Being unprepared. Chapter 15 is all about life's curveballs, emergencies, job loss, or unexpected expenses. Without preparation, you are stuck reacting in survival mode. A safety net brings peace of mind and stability. Ikua runs a small salon in Kasua. Business was booming until she fell sick and couldn't work for a month. With no savings, no health insurance, and no backup income. She had to borrow to survive. By the time she recovered, she was deep in debt, and her business had lost loyal customers. If Ekua had just prepared ahead, the storm wouldn't have hit her so hard. Life will happen. Prepare or stay broke reacting to every crisis. And that's a wrap up on What's Keeping You Broke by The Simple Sound. These 15 lessons, from lifestyle inflation to being unprepared, show that staying broke isn't about lack or low income. It's about habits, mindset, and choices. Reflect on which lesson hit home for you and start making changes today. Your wallet will thank you. If you love this episode, share it with a friend who needs a financial wake-up call. You can support us by joining the Meka Reading Community for just 20 cedis per month. As a member, you will receive access to our digital library, membership into our reading community on WhatsApp, access to bi-weekly check-in webinars, monthly book reading challenges, and a 7-day reading habit kickstart for new members. To join, kindly reach out via WhatsApp 050-229-3709, or you can email us podcastmeka@gmail.com. We look forward to welcoming you. Until next time, read with purpose and grow with intention.